Just like if the clouds are removed, the sun can be seen clearly. In the same way in life, when the clouds in the consciousness are removed, one can see the Lord clearly. The living entity in day-to-day life keeps on clouding his consciousness more and more. So before one cloud is removed, in general, the person adds two more. And therefore actually the hand of the Lord, embrace of the Lord, doesn't become visible actually. So when we keep subsidiary priorities in front of us, then our consciousness gets clouded. What are we really hankering for? Is what we start here. So we see that fruitive mentality is one kind of clouding of consciousness. What we call as, so the drive for name, fame and glory is clouding of consciousness. See that the difference between clouded and clear consciousness, one of the difference between clouded and clear consciousness is that a symptom of clouding is the living entity wants immediate or instant results. When one wants to become a winner on a day-to-day basis, that's going towards clouding of consciousness. Because one is a winner, one is expecting to be a winner on a day-to-day basis, one is expecting a hero to be on a day-to-day basis, then actually the I factor becomes very prominent, the Krishna factor goes in the background. Whereas if one is ready to persist through and not be striving for a day-to-day winner actually, then what happens is that when one is not a day-to-day winner, it is easy to depend on Krishna. That is the point. that when the result in a day-to-day sense is not bombastic, it is easy to remember Krishna and depend on Krishna and take shelter of Krishna. But in a day-to-day sense the result is bombastic. It is very difficult to take shelter of Krishna like that. So better to target to be a winner of life than to be a winner of few nights, every night. Because when one is a winner of life, one is all the time dependent on Krishna. So therefore, when uncertainty hails in our life, it should not make us fearful. Uncertainty is an opportunity for us to depend on Krishna. Uncertainty is an opportunity for us to make an offering for Krishna. When everything is certain, and the victory is certain, and then we are making offering for Krishna, it is difficult to justify even to ourselves whether we are making it for us or for Krishna. Because the result is known. But when the results are not known, and we are making an offering to Krishna, then we can really make an offering in love. That is the point. We can really make an offering in love. And therefore you will see this tenet of Ashtanga Yoga calls upon alertness for the living entity. So when this principle is being talked about, that one should hold one's body, neck and head erect in a straight line, that means what? A devotee has to be very alert. Alert to see the hand of the Supreme Lord. Alert to consciously offer his endeavors and his thoughts to Krishna. Alert not to allow clouding of consciousness. When we fail to depend on Krishna, we are allowing clouding of our consciousness. So the first thing is being said is alertness actually. Alertness. Krishna comes in our lives in so many beautiful ways. Every now and then the Supreme Lord comes in our lives. That means what exactly happens is that if we are alert to catch the Krishna conscious signals, the opportunities to go towards Krishna in our day-to-day life, we can see the communion with the Lord. We can perceive the communion with the Lord. So we see in our day-to-day lives we get so many opportunities. If we get an opportunity to do some seva for the Lord, to do some seva for the Vaishnavas, it is an opportunity to go closer to Krishna. If we get an opportunity to encourage a Vaishnava, to talk some good words to a Vaishnava, Krishna is giving an opportunity. We get some opportunity to hear about Krishna, and the Lord is giving us an opportunity. So we see amazingly actually different opportunities come in our life. So always this alertness has to be there. That okay, this is me, this is Krishna, and this is this service, this is this action which has come on the foreground. Now whether this action is going to take me closer to Krishna or away from Krishna. That is the benchmark or the barometer of whether we should do an activity or not do an activity. So it's very interesting actually. We see that surprisingly all of a sudden some devotee may just come forward and ask for something. All of a sudden, for some reason. Now how do we react? Is an important subject. It's an opportunity Krishna is giving us. Sometimes all of a sudden we get the news of some association. It's an opportunity. Sometimes all of a sudden we hear, okay, that tomorrow is a very holy day. This is the appearance of some acharyas. We are getting an opportunity. Or if you get some ad seva, you're getting an opportunity. So like this actually we will see that Krishna amazingly keeps giving us opportunities. Opportunities after opportunities. Like that. Or sometimes all of a sudden Krishna shows us an inspiring shows us an inspiring glimpse to some devotees. That we are just giving an opportunity. So if we are alert, we will be able to catch these opportunities. That is important. Just like or sometimes when devotee comes to us with a question, like that, Krishna is giving an opportunity. Or sometimes when devotee comes to us with an expectation, some encouragement, some good words, Krishna is giving us an opportunity. So you see, opportunity comes in our lives in very amazing ways actually. And now we see that just like in a game of lawn tennis, a player actually, he is always focused on the coming ball. Behind the ball is a player, he is not worried about the player. And behind the player, there are hundreds of people who are watching, whatever number of people are watching. And he's not worried about any of them. All he's worried about is the ball. And the whole point, the whole focus is that he is trying to understand which direction the ball is going to go. So he wants to stand in such a way so as to control the ball perfectly. To have the first class powerful grip to handle the ball. Not that some or the other he is trying to touch the ball. But he wants a perfect control and grip actually. And the whole consciousness is tuned to that. So a person With all the gestures which he's seeing, he only wants to understand which direction the ball is coming. And as soon as he understands the ball comes here, the ball coming there, the ball going back, he positions himself accordingly to be able to get a full grip and control of the ball and handle it in the perfect way. Like that. So Krishna gives these balls of mercy time to time. And when we make an offering, we're sending our offering balls back to Krishna. Thank you. I have done it for you. That's an offering for others. Then Krishna gives another ball. Like that. And then he offers it back to Krishna. I will save it for you. Thank you. Like that. And then Krishna gives another ball. Like that. So this is the point actually. Isn't it? One has to be alert. Now the point comes with that, if the sadhaka is not alert, then what will be his flight? That is the question. So the point is that if a sadhaka is not alert, then the ball will come and hit on his head. And back on his head and rebound back, like that, That's what will happen. Is it not? Now if it is not in, still it is tolerable. When you study table tennis, is very, it goes, So now what happens is that it's a mercy ball actually, but just because the person is not attentive, the ball comes and hits head on. And when it hits head on, when it rebounds back, it leaves a nice impression of, yeah, it leaves a nice decoration actually, undercar definition. That's what happens. And a person is saying, what is Krishna doing to me? Krishna gave you an opportunity of mercy, you didn't catch the mercy, therefore it gave an anda to you, Yeah. It's an anda on the scoreboard and it's an anda here, Like that, That's the point actually. So we have to understand. We have to understand that if you don't recognize Krishna, you get an anda. Like that. So everyone is worried, I am getting so many andas in life. I'm getting anda and life is becoming danda. Like that. And Maya is danda. Like that. So therefore Krishna is telling that actually you be alert in the first place actually. Don't worry about andas. Andantarastha paramanuchayantarastha. In between the andas there is Krishna, don't worry. Siddha. You be alert from your side. That is what the Lord is telling. Your body, your neck, your head should be in the straight line. The straight line is the line on the side from where the ball is coming. That is the straight line. And that is what is being said actually. You remove the distractions like that. And that's why the Lord is explaining here, stare steadily on the tip of your nose. So yogi, a devotee should stare steadily on the incoming mercy. So what is the meaning of stare steadily? Cast off the distractions. Just imagine the ball is coming, and the other player is hitting, and this fellow gets an SMS, and he says, So you see, in between distractions. Or a person is getting a background news, Acha prasad hai piche, like that. This is distractions. Staring steadily on the tip of the nose. That's the next step which is mentioned here. What does it mean? That do not allow your stare to go in a wrong direction. Tip of the nose means why tip of the nose? There is nothing on the tip of the nose. That's why tip of the nose. क्या है tip of the nose? So there is nothing on the tip of the nose. That's why tip of the nose. That means that don't allow your consciousness or your eyes to gaze on something else, on something distractive, on something negative. We have to hold ourselves. We have to hold ourselves, and we have to hold ourselves. And that's why the next step which is mentioned is unagitated mind. Do not allow the mind to be, to start vibrating. Many times the mind starts vibrating, ये प्रसव क्यों लेट हुआ है? The mind has started vibrating, like that. So you see, the mind is like that. Or sometimes the mind starts vibrating, various directions. You will always see that the mind has taken off. We are careful, we can observe this actually. That the mind just takes off. चालू हो गया तो चलता ही रहेगा उसका. So the moment it takes off, subdue. That's why the next point is subdued mind. It's not a loose mind, it's a subdued mind. The mind has to be subdued. One has to have a tight grip. Like that. Nonsense. Yeah. One has to have a tight grip. Just like a lawn tennis player has a tight grip on his racket. He's very tightly holding the racket. Somebody will see, क्यों pressure मार रहा है? Control करना है ना. Sit there. You held the racket. You have a very tight grip on the racket. पता लगा बॉल आया, रैकेट ही हाथ से गुजर गया ना. If one is careless, that is what will happen. Is it not? That means, the person has got showed off. Is it not? That is the point. So very alert. Not allowing the mind to run away towards distractions actually. Come what may. Somebody glorifies, we get distracted. Somebody criticizes, we get distracted. Somebody doesn't say anything, we get distracted. ये कुछ बोल क्यों नहीं रहा? He's not reciprocating. The friend is clear, enemy is clear. In between क्यों है? So you see the nature of distraction. Therefore, stare at the tip of the nose. That is instruction. That means we always look out for Krishna's mercy, for opportunities. And what is the next opportunity? That is the point here. So one should think about flow. One should always be in a flow actually. And let me channelize my potencies to offer service to Krishna. I should be in a flow. One should not think of show, Let me see how much I have covered. No. Like that. It's like sometimes a person is studying whole day has to cover a certain syllabus. But what happens sometimes people 2-3 hours a very terrific performance. After that he feels, अच्छा चल रहा है, थोड़ा rest करता हूँ. And then the next whole day is gone and resting and things are not covered. So this is the point that actually one should be in a flow and not in a show, like that. Should be in a flow actually. Channelize. So this channelization, that's the meaning of the tip of the nose. And very strongly handle the racket, grab the racket. That racket is the mind. छोड़ने का नहीं है उसको. That. the mind cries, subdue. Oh, I'm very tired today. ये voice में इतना सेवा क्यों है? The mind is started. Subdue. One extra seva for you today. Like that. Subdue. Sometimes the mind starts crying. Oh, I'm very tired. Why can't I relax in this voice? Again, subdue the mind. Anger also starts like that, isn't it? Crying also starts like that. Nobody cares for me. That Narayan mind, subdue. Do not allow the mind to reverberate.
कैसे समझेंगे ये बॉडी लेकिन नहीं मेंटल की
वो मोस्टली ऐसे ही रहता है.
क्या कैसे समझेंगे डिफरेंस कैसे
मोस्टली मिलते ही रहते हैं.
वो डिफरेंस कुछ नहीं है. इट्स ऑलवेज द सेम. हाँ हाँ ऐसे ही है ना. लाइक दैट होंगे. अभी आपका इंटरनेशनल एग्जाम होता है तो 4 घंटा सो के भी पूरा कॉन्शियसनेस चलता रहता है. दिमाग फड़ चलता है ना. सम पीपल डोंट स्लीप इन द एग्जाम. लेकिन पूरा बराबर दिमाग चलता है पढ़ ना. लेकिन एग्जाम में फुल कॉन्शियसनेस. एग्जाम के बाद ओ प्रभु आंसर है दिस सेवा व्हाई कांट अदर डिवोटीज डू इट like that. You see the point, the point is like that. So we know basic regulation, and beyond basic regulation, everything else is bogus. You got the point, like that. So this is the point actually. So you slept 6 hours, उसके बाद tiredness क्या है? कुछ नहीं है. It's like that. So we live a regulated life, and if we follow the regulation, after that it's all mental actually, nothing else. Is it not? That's it. So this needs to be nicely understood actually. The mind always has to be in a subdued state. You see how the Lord is pointing out. One word here is so important and so instructive. Unagitated, subdued mind. Don't allow the mind to reverberate. Let the mind be in a consciousness of, see, focus is a consciousness of serenity, Subdued mind. The grip has to be very strong. छोड़ेंगे नहीं. And then the Lord explains the next point. Devoid of fear. Many times the mind becomes fearful. Fear again is a distraction, very big distraction actually in bhakti. Fear. Yeah, like that. Very big distraction. Fear. कई बार क्या होता है, सेवा मिलता नहीं, आदमी पहले ही डर जाता है. ये मेरा क्या होगा, है ना? प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा कि नहीं, है ना? टाइम पे खत्म होगा कि नहीं, है ना? एक्नॉलेजमेंट होगा कि नहीं, फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स क्या रहेंगे, है कि नहीं? तो पहले करके तो देखो, 1 2 साल 3 साल करो, आराम से उसके बाद समझ में आएगा, ठीक है? The person becomes too fearful unnecessarily. That is the point. See, many times, we step back out of fear. There is always fear. But what is there to fear? Just steer. Take the next gear. Do not fear. Take it. Yeah, that's the point. Just steer. Take the next gear and do not fear. Take it. That's the point in life. Without fear. So we should not allow the mind unnecessarily take it. Like that. So you see, this fear is a big problem actually. Always our steps to go towards Krishna are hindered because of this fear problem. And many times people say अरे सिक्योरिटी होना चाहिए है ना, सेवा ठीक है, सिक्योरिटी कहाँ है ना? अरे पूरे मटेरियल में सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, तुम्हारे सेवा में कहाँ से सिक्योरिटी आएगी, है कि नहीं? राइट. So you see, fear always blocks. If a person is earning and then he becomes fearful, इतना earning sufficient नहीं है लग रहा है ना? And instead of running towards Krishna, is running towards more money. और backup ठीक होना चाहिए, और ठीक होना चाहिए. Is there a limit? There is no limit. If you want to do insurance, there are 1008 types of insurance. है कि नहीं? है ना? Yeah, there is 1008 types. You can keep doing insurance, you know. You insure the insurance and insure the insurance of the insurance, you know. You know, like that. So, you see, fear is a big stumbling block. Just
Fear of death also.
fear of death. Huh?
Health.
Fear of health.
Health insurance.
Fear of health, you know. Yeah, I've seen sometimes doing detail backup, person is fearful. ठंडी लग जाएगी ना. हाँ, वैसे लोग चाहिए ना. Sometimes going for follow-up also one can be fearful, you know. गर्मी है, you know. क्या होगा, बीमार हो जाऊंगा. अरे टोपी पहन के जाओ, प्रॉब्लम क्या है? एक तो गमछा लपेट के गीला करके हम ऊपर ओढ़ के लेके जाओगे ना, नाक को मंगल सिंह की तरह, है ना? Is it not? And in winter when it's fearful, है ना, ठंड है वो, is it not? नाक में घुस जाएगा, नाक में घुस जाएगा, सर में घुस जाएगा. So you see the fear, the aspect of fear. That. Therefore, the Lord is mentioning this category as a separate category.
Results are going to come, or because if you don't get selected, then you will miss something. How do I avoid that? Competitive exams results are going to come.
Yes. Do not fear. Again. See, when you remember Krishna, then you understand there is no scope of fear. Again. Remember Krishna and cheer and do not fear. That is the point. So we see that unnecessarily, what we do is that we frame that life has to take place in this way only. And then we are very, very fearful about it, that nothing should get swayed off from that. But many times in that, we are postponing our day-to-day, present-to-present offerings to Krishna. What is the problem? Is it? That's the problem. Is it? So this state need not be there, because if things have happened, now obviously, okay, our plans are Krishna conscious plans only, and we are planning to, go into a higher and deeper state of, service to Krishna, like that. So that plan is our offering, and once we have offered it, it's fine, it's done, is it? And Krishna will recognize that he wants to come near me, and therefore he has planned something, and he's offering that plan, and he's ending it like that. Now, whether or not that plan is executed, doesn't matter. Krishna has already accepted our heart, and Krishna will arrange either the plan, that plan, or something better than that. This faith we should have. Is it not? That is the point. So therefore, unnecessarily being fearful, one should not step back.
Not to be always better on me.
Like that only. If you are taking shelter of the present opportunity, is it not? So right now a ball is coming and we forget that ball or we let that ball go. We say नहीं ये वाला ball नहीं, कल जो ball आएगा उसको मारूंगा ना. अभी आया था उसको मारना चाहिए था ना. So it's like that. You know. Sometimes they say no, tomorrow I will do very powerful good deed. You know, like that.
Tomorrow I'll chant this.
Tomorrow I'll chant this. Today ठीक है, today थोड़ा सो जाता. Tomorrow I will read proper. When I join, I will do bombastic bhakti. When I join, I will be terrific. See my performance. The whole temple will see कौन आ गया ये. Like that. So you see the problem, you know? And this type of setting always comes. When one joins, one is feeling I have just joined, therefore how can I be enthusiastic? And after some time, one is feeling I am a seasoned player, so how can I be enthusiastic?
According to time.
Season devotee.
Seasoned means unagitated prashanta, not disturbed by anything. You know? The miseries cannot disturb. You know? The seva can also not disturb.
Inactive.
Means dissociated with the, you know, he's so satisfied in himself that whether seva is done or not doesn't affect him. Who does the seva or not doesn't affect him. Again, he knows how to get his prasad. Seasoned player, you know? It's like that. So this is what happens actually, is it not? And similarly, another person may think, no, after I marry, I will perform bhakti. अरे अभी वॉइस में रह के भक्ति नहीं हो रहा है, मैरी करके कैसे हो जाएगा? होता है मैरी करके, लेकिन जब वॉइस में रहते रहते भी होता है तो भी मैरी करके भी होता है ना, ऐसा होता है ना, ऐसा ना. So it has to be ongoing actually. It cannot be spiky like that. So therefore, one should be very careful not to make our endeavors of offering to Krishna conditional on some other things. If this is satisfied, then nice bhakti. If that is satisfied, then nice bhakti. Because in this way, once one condition is fulfilled, the mind will give another condition, isn't it? Yeah. That way. We should play the reverse game with the mind. Again. We should play the reverse game. So therefore you see this aspect is mentioned. Devoid of fear.
But the basis of this is faith in Krishna.
Faith in Krishna.
That he will protect me.
He will protect us. Anyways, he's protecting us.
Because without that faith, the fear cannot go.
Yes. So faith in Krishna. Then let me do nice bhakti today. These balls are coming today. Let me, convert these balls into wonderful offerings which I send back to the Lord. Like that. And then tomorrow we'll see how it goes. Is it not? Like that.
Sometimes it is said that this devotee is too transcendental.
What about that? Translate.
He is too transcendental that he doesn't take care of anything. He just focuses on it and later on collapses. Something like that.
No, so now, see, the point is what? In the name of taking care of some other factors, why the factor of Krishna is not taken care of? You take care of other factors, you take care of day-to-day Krishna, offering to Krishna also. Is it not? Why one has to be a substitute for the other? That is the point. Is it not? Like if it is said that, okay, if one can take care of, okay, I have to sleep early, say for example, but can one not make a condition I have to sleep early after 30 minutes reading Prabhupada books? Is it so difficult to do? It's just a matter of planning. Is it not? It's like that. If one says, okay, I have to, say for example, I have to, study today, but I can study today by smiling on another devotee, if I come across him, not frowning at him when I come across him. This is not difficult. So why one should be the substitute of the other? We do the needful right endeavors, but we should do endeavors day-to-day basis towards Krishna also. That is the point, without fear, devoid of fear. Therefore the mind has to be kept in a subdued state always. नहीं सुनूंगा मैं तो. That is the point. And anytime sometimes when you start the subject, the mind starts grudging. Subdue. नहीं सुनना है तुम्हारा grudge, ठीक है? जब देखो रोता like that. So be a player in life actually, like that. And then it says the next point.
Some dude, what about fear of death or fear of seniors?
Fear of
Death.
fear of death.
Is it good or is it nice or not?
Yeah, so fear of death should be converted into intense activities for Krishna. Then it is nice. Meditation of death should be converted into, see, fear of death can be converted on both ways. Fear of death can be converted into sense gratification also. But okay, anyways I will die, so let me enjoy today. यहाँ मटरिस्ट यही बोलते हैं, 4 दिन की चांदनी फिर अंधेरी रात है ना, तो कर लो मजा, है ना, बाद में नहीं मिलेगा मौका. ऐसे ही कुछ तो बोलते हैं ना. हाँ? कौन सा प्रोफेसर सुना है? कौन सा नैनो का प्रोफेसर क्या? देखो नैनो का प्रोफेसर है, आता है नैनो, है ना, कॉलेज इज नैनो.
स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत अच्छा है, ये सब फील्ड भी बहुत लाइफ में हेल्प करता है ना. फिर अल्टीमेटली बोला ये सब करके जो जर्नी है लाइफ में जस्ट एंजॉय करो,
बाद में किसी देखेंगे. So you see fear of death. जैसे ओह शुभ शुभ बोलो, अभी एंजॉय कर लेते हैं फटाफट, है ना, बाद में बताना. So that is the point. So the fear has to be rightly converted again. Therefore alertness is required. Is it not? Like that. So similarly, fear of God, fear of superiors, like that, it has to be taken in a healthy sense. Out of fear of God, we should not misdo a thing. Sometimes out of fear of the God, people do it in a hidden way, in a cheating way, like that. So the direction has to be very proper actually. Is it? Therefore the positive, the right action in the right direction should never stop. Is it? And then the next point comes, completely free of sex life. Sense gratification should not be there in life. See, he's saying completely free from sex life. Sarva vastu sarvada. Sense gratification. We have to fight against the sense gratification. Because the sense gratification is what clouds us. One thinks कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, अच्छा प्रसाद चाहिए. कृष्णा की जगह प्रसाद आ गया बीच में. प्रसाद मतलब फूड आ गया बीच में. Because if you focus on the prasad aspect, then anything is prasad. But you see, the clouding of consciousness, whenever there is sense gratification, अच्छा comfort चाहिए, sense gratification always blocks the sanction. And the fervor for Krishna doesn't come about. Because you see the clouds, in this way we keep clouding, isn't it? We think, no, I need this achievement first. मिला नहीं मिला कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है ना, like that. Therefore, actually, the sadhaka should practice being grateful for the day-to-day opportunities to service which are coming actually. The day-to-day opportunities for, every single day we should feel very grateful that I am getting to attend morning programs. Let me very enthusiastically do it. Simple. Not that जब मैं सन्यासी बन जाऊँ तो ऐसा morning program करके दिखाऊँ. अरे अभी करो. Simple. completely free from sex life. Actually, the mind has a very deep habit of, the mind has a very deep habit of dreaming. Ambition is another name of dream, like that. And the mind keeps dreaming sense gratification in that way, like that. And many times after becoming a devotee, the mind is dreaming devotional sense gratification. Under the name tag, मैं ऐसा भक्त बन के दिखाऊंगा, ऐसी सेवा, ये है वो है, is it? So you see, and then name, fame, glory. It's very deep rooted actually. It's very deep rooted. And show off, very deep rooted actually. So we have to see that one is not succumbing himself to dreaming. Therefore, activity is a good flame. Is it not? Be busy, engaged in Krishna's service. Jada. Yeah, so sometimes making lofty plans is good, to steer us and bring us out from our lazy shells. But if you keep making infinite lofty plans and don't act on it at all, then it is daydreaming and nothing else. Is it not? So it's not a symptom of getting out of laziness, it is a symptom of getting into more laziness. So therefore, okay, make lofty plans, make one or two, and then work hard to achieve it. Motion hona chahiye, is it not? Motion hona chahiye. Make one plan, act on it. Make two plans, act on it. Not that keep making 100 plans, तो मैं बताता हूँ आपको कृष्ण का सेवा कैसे करना है, तुम खुद तो करो पहले, is it not? Right? So actually, that's the point. Actually, the problem is that in Bhakti, actually, we get so many advisors. There's nobody to do the things, Is it not? How will the mission of the Lord, rock the whole world? You can get infinite advisors, like that. There's so many people. Everybody is taking the post of advisor. Who would do it? Some advising. Huh?
Everybody is
So sometimes, it's a wrong definition of Brahman. Sometimes you could say, नहीं मैं तो ब्राह्मण हूँ, मैं केवल advice देता हूँ. Again.
Krishna also says that is made for making Brahmanas.
Yeah, so this is a wrong definition of Brahman. Brahmana means a person who takes self-initiative. He is a self-triggered battery, उसको धक्का नहीं मारना पड़ता है. जो ब्राह्मण है actually, he finds out his way how to serve Krishna, like that. You see proper self-triggered, इसने हमको धक्का मारा, जाओ जाके यूएस घूम के आओ, Is it not? Proper those pushing everyone, भेजो मुझे, Is it not? Right? And पापा को किसने इन्विटेशन दिया था यूएस में? किसी ने नहीं दिया था, मुझे बोल दिया, This is called as Brahman, Is it not? Papa was staying with that Mayavadi fellow, Mishra. And being with Mishra, Prabhupada was finding ways how to preach. Is it not? So the Mishra became careful, मेरे students को क्या होगा? But तब तक तो students का हो गया था जो होना था, And then Prabhupada started the second idea. Is it not? Like that. So you see the point. It's very beautiful actually. This is called as Brahman. Again. He is advising by his behavior. So action is a very foolproof, this thing. He is advising by his behavior. They go, this is life. Sankirtan. Suffering for Krishna. Working hard for Krishna. Prabhupada demonstrated that. And that is what touches the lives of people, is it not? Otherwise, is there any dearth of bombastic kathakars? It is not. So many channels are there on the television, hundreds of people, कैसे twist मार के कथा मारते हैं, लेकिन कितना इमोशंस का ट्विस्ट करते हैं, वॉइस का ट्विस्ट करते हैं, है कि नहीं? लेकिन ट्विस्ट मार के थिंग इज दैट there is no action, The actions also become twisted, That's the problem. You got the point. So wrong definitions. We should not land up in wrong definitions. Is it not? It's not a Brahman, I will not be Jhadu. Wait. It is not. That is the point actually. Right. So this has to be understood properly. The definitions have to be understood properly. And therefore, there should be complete abstinence from sex life, from sense gratification. And in this way, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me as the ultimate goal of one's life. So when we fight against these clouds of sense gratification, actually, that why am I always wanting comfort for myself? Why am I wanting a cozy situation for myself? Why am I always wanting my needs to be fulfilled first? Like that. When one takes out these things, one can see actually the hand of the Lord. And one can see the ball very nicely. Is it not? Just like a player, if his vision goes on the side to some of his fans who are waving the flag for him, he may lose the ball and lose the match. Is it not? So favorable or distracted, is it not? Or somebody may be spitting at him, but if he focuses on that, he will lose sight of the ball. Is it not? The ball is very important. Therefore, with an unagitated, subdued mind, limit your vision to the offering of service. Limit your vision to the offering of service. In this way, so when actually one focuses on sense gratification, one is expanding his vision. In that expanded vision, it becomes difficult. Just focus. And the ball will come and bang on the head. And then one gets anda. Like that. So therefore, complete abstinence from sex life, sense gratification. So now again here this point is mentioned, and Prabhupada is mentioning this point. You see that regulated sexual relationship is also brahmachari, like that. See why this talk is what that okay, one may say there are certain needs, the need of hunger, the need of water. Okay, drink water, that's fine. In a regulated sense, you can satisfy the need, but don't make it as the focus of your life. Do not zoom on that. That's the point, is it not? यही है बस, is it not? Because if you zoom on that, you will get the ball on your head. And the scorecard will say anda. So therefore, a sadhaka has to be very alert. The subdued mind, having a powerful grip, catching opportunities to offer it back to Krishna. Which is not. And this way one is alert, bhakti is very powerful. Which is not. One will get balls after balls. Mercy after mercy. Mercy after mercy. Like that. That's the process of bhakti. So we'll stop here. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Sarvavastu Sarvara.
Some devotee is asking, Prabhupada told devotees that devotees are not sufficiently fearful of Maya. What about that?
So fear of Maya is nice actually. Fear of Maya is nice. Problem is fear in surrendering to Krishna. Like that. That is the fear which you have to do. Be fearful of Maya, no problem. So, being fearful of Maya, one should run to Krishna. Is it not? Not that you are fearful of Maya, therefore you will end up in intoxication. Is it? Materialistic people do like that. They are fearful of Maya, they are fearful of failure, and they are fearful of devastation, so they become more intoxicated. Is it not? That should not be the case. So, fear of Maya, fear of death is positive, that's nice. But being fearful to take steps towards Krishna, to offer service to Krishna, that we should fight. We should fight. Yes? That's it.
This fruity mentality, which is like clouding of consciousness, you said that generally we want day-to-day days like, okay, we should not be there or evaluate. But Prabhupada encouraged devotees saying that now, okay, now how many books we distributed this day, like everyday report kind of.
No, that is fine. That is fine. Huh? No, so we make metrics for ourselves, that is fine. But when we say winner of the day is what? Show off. No. When you want unnecessary show off, then that is a problem. Is it? That in book distribution you can get results every day. And now when you go for pitching, every day you will not get results. Is it not? There you cannot show I am a winner, no? अरे मैंने इतने लोग को भक्त बना दिया, हाँ? वो साल के बाद ही पता लगेगा कितने को भक्त बनाया है। तो लोगों को भक्त बनाते बनाते हमारी भक्ति क्या हुआ है ना? So you see, you cannot be a winner of moment to moment winner. Is it not? We are making a temple of the Lord. रोज winner नहीं हो सकते आप. आज 2 टेम्पल खड़े कर दिए. Is it not? So it's only valid for certain services. Then for others actually we have to depend on Krishna. There is uncertainty. पता नहीं क्या होगा ना? But still you are going towards Krishna. Is it not?
Regarding I have done my part, Krishna will take care. So how to know that I have done my part?
Yeah, we take guidance from seniors, you know, and together mutually one, decide that this much if we do is our part. So we can discuss Vaishnava community, isn't it? And with that we can decide. Is it not? That's the point. Is it not? Something has to be done, that's fine. Need not be neglected, the material things, duties and other things. But what is that something? Where is the line? That needs to be decided. Is that not? Like that. But there is no infinite banging, is it not? Like that. Alert. Yes. You see where the ball is coming. And be there to get the control of the ball with a subdued mind. So you are seeing that this seva is coming up. Be there to grab that seva. And it is, if it is asked, who will do that seva? Yes, Prabhu, I will do that seva. I'll go. Alert. Alert means anything comes up which you have not planned. We are conscious that this may take me closer to Krishna. Let me see how it takes me closer to Krishna. Is it not? That is the point.
So, this chapter is
The real chapter.
It is becoming more near to devotional.
Yeah, because these principles are very much valid for devotion.
Earlier focus like action is there too, but this is focusing on action with a proper motive. Action to avoid and with such
Yes, that's true. So be a player in life, beginning. Yeah. And do not fear.
That's true. Next.
Fine, so we will continue tomorrow.
But devotee is asking, what about devotional goal in life? Is it also daydreaming? Having a devotional goal.
Yeah, so goal is fine. Having a lofty goal is fine, but there should be action. Don't have 20 goals in your life. Take one goal, act on it. Every day you ask a question, either bada, no? Where I have, every week you ask a question, where I have progressed in that goal. Is it? Otherwise it becomes daydreaming, है कि नहीं? हम पूरे कैलकाटा को भक्त बना देंगे, 20 मंदिर बना देंगे, जो भी है, लेकिन रोज आप क्या कर रहे हैं? To fulfill that directive.
action.
अब रोज एक ही ईटा लेके आ रहे हैं तो ठीक है, मंदिर बन जाएगा. At least some activity should be there.
Action should be focused.
Action should be focused.
Not dreaming about it.
Yes,
Action.
action.
Planning too much.
Action. So having goal is fine, but it should not be कि इतना भयानक goal है कि काम ही चालू नहीं हुआ, है ना? Thank you.
रिजल्ट का जो ये रहता है जो बहुत गंदा होता है,
इसलिए डरना नहीं चाहिए।
मुझे लगता है सिलेक्शन हो गया नहीं हो रहा है।
कोई बात नहीं होगा तो ना क्या है, वक्त तो चल ही रहा है। हाँ? क्या?
अगला साल पीछे होगा।
नहीं तो क्या है? हाँ। सुना हमारा नहीं जा रहा है। कुछ ना एक रास्ते को ब्लॉक करेंगे दूसरा देखेंगे कुछ नहीं। घबराने का।
What is the source of indecision and confusion?
Is it
What is the source of indecision and confusion?
confusion? Modes.